Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and happy Monday everyone here. We're going to be going into the snake room and we're going to be looking at some Holdback 2018s. That's right, 2018s. These are snakes that could possibly breed this year that I'm excited about in my collection. Some of them I produced, some of them I didn't produce. Some of these guys, brothers and sisters and clutch mates, went this past season because I had good luck with 18 females. Some of them didn't. So the ones that did, and hopefully are going to go this year, which is typical. This is a typical 2.5, 3 year mark that most of the ball python females will go. Sometimes you get lucky, they go 1.5 years, 2 years. That's a rarity. I got kind of lucky this year. But I want to show you some of the 18s that didn't go this year that could possibly go, and we'll end the video with a really cool male that hopefully will be doing a lot of breeding for us this season. Let's check him out. All right. Going to show you guys some cool holdbacks that might breed this year. I figured that I would kind of showcase some stuff that has grown up that I've produced here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas, and that I've been working on hopefully getting into the breeding rotation for 2021. This is a banana, sugar, mandarin, possible pastel, I don't think so though, but which has incredible cool looking paradoxing in it. Not only is the paradoxing like in that one little splotch, and paradoxing it can be caused by a number of things. Usually it's due to some kind of, we think at least, to a chimeric effect on the genes. That means that when this thing was an embryo, another embryo fused with it, and we're seeing some of the germ layers or some of the expression of this fused embryo with this snake. So there's really like two snakes in one, or the DNA of two snakes in one. But what's really cool is that the spots that the bananas get normally are dark. Look at that, they're like black pigment spots, which is really, really kind of cool. So you not only have this little splotch here, but just the spots that would normally be on a banana are dark, which are like, I would call them the paradoxing is extended to the actual pigment spots of the banana. Now you can see the mandarin influence here with all that insane looking orange outlining, and of course the sugar is that white. I love sugar. I really wish I had more sugar in my collection. That's why I'm holding back all sugars. No sugars are leaving here anytime soon. This is just an awesome looking snake, and I thought, like some of its 2018 sisters, that this thing was going to breed because it was eating really, really well when I first produced it, and then it hit the typical ball python. I'm not going to eat anymore for 6 months, and so it kind of missed this past breeding season. But she started eating again, and so she's, the funny thing is she didn't lose a single gram during that whole, starvation, non-eating phase. So I think hopefully for this coming season, if she continues to eat, and probably once I put a male in with her, she'll start eating more. That's another little trick a lot of people don't know. When they hit that age where they're about to breed, you put a male in with them, a lot of times that'll really up the eating response in these guys, and then they'll put the size they eat. She's pretty close right now. She could probably breed now, but I'd like to see her start pounding some medium rats. Right now she's kind of still eating small rats. But I think she's going to be good. And this, once again, I'm really excited to see what we can produce from this. And I wonder if the paradoxing also will be something that we see in the next generation. Probably not, but she's very unique in and of herself. So I'm happy to have her just as an animal in my collection, just because I really enjoy looking at her. And I love mandarin, as you can see. And this is just the sugar banana mandarin is a great combination. Here's another 2018 that didn't go this past year, and she stopped eating as well, but she just started also, so it's kind of like the time clock has gone off. Now it's time to start eating again. This is a lesser pied, and lesser pieds are all white, and they have small eyes. That's how you can tell that there's lesser in here. Let's see if we can get a look at her head. See, she's got those little black eyes. That's lesser pied. Now there's also possible orange dream, there's possible Enchi in here, there's possible hurricane in here. There's so many possibilities now I couldn't let her go. So I kept her. I'm gonna breed her hopefully this year if she continues eating, like she started again. She is gorgeous. I mean, lesser pieds are really, really white snakes. They're probably some of the whitest snakes in all of ball pythons. Because it's like you're basically getting a pied that has no color. So there's nothing whiter than just the white of a pied. Even some of the leucistics we see are not as white. So this lesser pied is really cool looking snake, and hopefully, like I said, she'll produce, and hopefully the lottery ticket that might be waiting inside her will prove out, because we do have a lot of good genes in her, potentially. Potentially she could just be lesser pied, but we can't really tell, so we'll find out when we breed her. This was a late 2018, and I knew she wasn't going to breed last year, but she almost actually did. I had a male in with her. I don't even know. She could be gravid now for all I know. She's a good eater, was always a really, really good eater, and she's been pounding, rats recently, and then she kind of stopped, so I don't know. But I've been putting a male in with her. Usually I don't do that at the end of the season, but I felt like she was going to go. This is a pastel spider fire. You can see that fire, that yellow influence, and it's Mandarin as well. So this is a really nice powerhouse female that I'm really excited to breed. Obviously, I'm going to put something Mandarin into her. I'm not sure which Mandarin I'm going to breed to her. I want to try to produce that super Mandarin, but that super Mandarin that has multi-genes in it. This year I produced a super Mandarin that was just Mandarin to Mandarin, because I wanted to see what the super looked like, which I'm pretty sure I hit it. Maybe twice actually. And then now that I kind of know what to expect, the level of brightness, now I have no problem breeding the multi-gene Mandarins to each other and to other Mandarins to try to produce super Mandarin, combos, because that's, I think, where the power of Mandarin is going to come in. Ultimately, I would love the Mandarin to get to be to the point where it's a homozygous, in the sense where everything I produce is super Mandarin, which is going to make things a lot easier, and it's going to make things a lot more beautiful. This snake is just really kind of cool looking snake if you think about it. Look at all the colors and contrast in this snake. Look at that dorsal striping. Obviously, spider has got tremendous, interesting color to begin with. I love the yellows in this one, from the fire, combined with that spider. And then, of course, the Mandarin gives another level of orange to it. And you get, to have a snake this colored up in its adult stage in ball pythons is amazing, because usually they get worse. But once again, Mandarin's like orange dream. It gets better and better. And so does fire. So those two genes alone in here, and spider never really kind of loses its luster. And so I'm kind of excited, and I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to breed this to, or what I'm going to breed it to, I should say, for the coming season, because there's so much potential here that I don't know if I should just go single gene Mandarin, or I should go with my Mandarin spider. Well, I don't want to breed my Mandarin spider pinstripe pastel fire, because we'll produce super fires, plus I don't want to produce super spiders, which are obviously lethal snakes. So I probably won't go with that one, but I have other Mandarin options to go with. So I'm going to think about it and make a decision. I might just go single gene Mandarin, once again, just to play it safe, and to say to myself, you know what, at least I know kind of the genes in here. Hopefully we would hit like a super Mandarin fire, spider, pastel, something like that. And I think that would be really crazy orange. So we'll see. We'll see. Once again, I'm just showing you these 2018s that didn't go for this past year and that are probably going to go this year. And it just goes to show you, sometimes you have to have patience. Some of these snakes will go quick, and they won't stop eating. These past couple snakes that I showed you all decided they were going to take a break from food, and now they're back. So we'll see what happens. Now, I didn't produce this snake, but this is an 18 as well. I don't know if she's going to go this year. She's small. She's eating well, but I have a feeling we might have to wait till next year, unless she hits late in the season. Meaning that, maybe I'll start breeding her in like January, and give me a few more months to pump her up. She's not there yet. This is a Mario Mojave. So Mojave we know, obviously, and Mario is an interesting gene that I got involved with this past year. Someone was selling them. I bought a male, really nice male Mario gene. Obviously, the key would be to make a Super Mario. Right? Who doesn't want a Super Mario? Any of you guys remember Nintendo back in the day? Super Mario Brothers. I'd have a Super Mario, right? But this is Mario Mojave. I will definitely, well, I should say maybe, but I'll definitely breed my Mario Fire Pastel to this girl when she's ready. I don't know if she's going to go this year, but that Mario gene really creates some interesting pattern anomalies. There's not many pattern mutations in ball pythons compared to color mutations. So this is something that kind of interested me because I wanted to go with something different. Everyone has kind of the same pattern, abnormalities, clown, and now we have hurricane and puzzle and stuff like that. But this is super new. And here's the male. Let me see if I can pull the male out as well. So this is Fire Pastel Mario male. He's in shed, so these I think if we produce a Super Mario that's got Fire and Mojave in it, I think we would have a really, really nice combination there. I think it would be something unique, and that's what we're trying to do, produce unique stuff. All right, here's another really, really, really nice 2018 that I did not produce, but I picked this up last year, or maybe it was almost a year and a half now, maybe almost 2 years. I think I picked her up in 2018. This is a GHI Mojave het pied. So as you guys know, I love GHI Mojave combinations. I try to have them in every single form. We have the GHI Mojave clown that we breed a lot. I produced what I believe to be a GHI hurricane. So we got a lot. I love GHI, a GHI Mojave banana. Pastel is an amazing combination. We produced some babies from that girl this year. So this, we're looking to get this into pied next year, or this year I should say, coming. I think that she's gonna be ready. I've been trying to breed her to get her to eat more, and she hasn't really been eating too much. I don't think she's gravid, but I think that she'll start eating again as the season gets closer. And she's right there on the borderline, so if she pounds a couple of nice medium-sized rats, I think she'd be ready to breed. And once again, love the GHI Mojave combination. You get this nice, really nice striping along the dorsal side here. This is going to be awesome in pied. I've seen a couple people produced it already. Obviously, getting this into maybe like a banana pied would even be nicer to get those purples to come out a little bit more. So unlimited potential here with this GHI Mojave het pied. All right, here's another 2018 that I produced. And I originally thought this was a lesser pied, but the eyes are not small and it has some head pattern, but it's all white, which tips me off because one of the genes that possibly can be in this pied was leopard. And leopard pieds tend to have very little color. They tend to be very high white pieds, and I think that's the case with this. I think this is a leopard Enchi. Look at that head. And there's possibly an orange dream there. I see a lot of orange in there, so I think this is leopard Enchi pied. Orange dream obviously in there as well. And I think we can dismiss the fact that it is lesser, but I originally thought it was. And then I really take a look at it. So sometimes you don't know initially, because when it was a baby, the eyes were kind of small. Now I notice the eyes are kind of normal size. It's just a very high white pied, which doesn't mean just because there was Enchi in the front of the parents that it's Enchi. It's just, you have to figure out what the other genes are, and leopard really takes away a lot of the pattern. But you know what? Enchi usually puts it back into it. It might not be Enchi in it. This could be an orange dream, even leopard pied. When you have these type of snakes, you got to keep them because, you don't have to keep them, but I keep them because I don't want to give away a million genes that maybe might be in here. And especially an orange dream pied to me is very valuable in a female. She, once again, went on her little hunger strike too. I think she's been eating again as well, just recently. So, they know that the breeding season's coming. It's funny, you don't have to tell them what time of year it is. They just know instinctually, these animals. And so, hopefully we're gonna see her produce some nice pied babies. I've had a problem because I really didn't have a lot of good pied females. I had a lot of great pied males. So I produced a lot of great het pied stuff. This year I'm gonna produce, because all my pied females are finally up to age, breeding age, I think we're gonna produce some really insane pied stuff, visual pied stuff this year. That's the goal. All right, she's not cooperating. We're gonna put her back. All right, we gotta end this video with a bang. Someone always told me in entertainment, you can never end on a low note. You're always gonna end on a high note. So here's our high note. This animal I produced in 2019. This was a world's first at the time. It is a banana orange dream Enchi FREEWAY, or banana orange dream Mardi Gras. It was the world's first when I produced it. I don't know, it still might be. I produced another one this year. I don't know if anyone has gotten that combination. Now, she's also 50% het pied, 50% het albino. So this is, or he is, I should say, super powerhouse. He should be hopefully ready to breed this coming season. And this might be a male that I put with that last female I just showed you. You know, and really the theme of this video is powerhouse females. You've got to have great females so you can match up your great males with. So I know females take longer to get up to breeding age, but you have to buy them and just put them in the rack, feed them, and don't think about them for 2.5 years. And then you pull them out and see if they're ready to go. Because if you don't have good females, you're only as good as your male, you know, and you always want your female to make your male even better. So it's important to have a great male or two in your collection because they can breed a lot of females, but you have to have the females to breed to. You're just breeding them to normals. You're just reproducing the male that you have. You're not making it any better. So once again, the goal would be to make more of these Banana Orange Dream Mardi Gras and freeways, and hopefully even get it into pied. I don't even know what it would look like, although I see someone made a freeway pied, which looked really cool. So Orange Dream Banana freeway pied would be even more insane. And if we can keep that Enchi in there, it would be a high white, and that's the key. I think it would be a low white. I think the key is with adding pied into this freeway or Mardi Gras project is that you don't want to lose all your craziness. You just want to put a little bit of white in there to make it that much more entertaining. If you take it all out and make it mostly white, then you're just going to get little blotches. It's not going to be anything special. So to keep the cool freeway pattern in there, you got to have that Enchi in there. Hopefully we can hit something. Once again, I don't know if he's het pied. I try to turn him over and look at him, but it's very hard to see markers in this snake. Although he has a nice white belly, he's gorgeous, you know, and he's a great eater, and he's ready to go this year for sure. So here's our bang Banana Orange Dream Mardi Gras. All right, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sometimes we have to break from the hatching season and take a look at some stuff that's growing up, because you know what? Babies, we know, look amazing, but I want to show you guys how good some of these adults can look if you have the right gene combinations in them. And you know, some of the stuff you don't even know what's in there, you hold back, you breed them, and you prove it out. And that's part of the fun too, because you never know what you're going to get when that happens. So once again, you're only as good as the females you got. Remember that. If you're starting out into ball python breeding, or any snake breeding for that matter, get your females first. Get your nice young females, grow them up from when they're young, because they'll eat good, they'll adjust to your room, they get used to the cycling of your room, and they will be long-term money in the bank for you. And they will be great pets as well if that's what you're trying to buy. Get young females, get good quality, put them in a rack, let them grow, and then buy 1 or 2 stellar males that you're going to breed to them. But the females are more important to get if you're just starting out, because those are going to take a little longer to get up to size. Look, I bought snakes back in 2014. I really didn't start producing anything cool until 2017, 3 years later. And now I'm really just coming into my own. So, but it took a long time, but I'm always every year trying to add new females to the lineup, whether it's holdbacks or stuff I'm buying and putting in the rack. I know it's long-term projects. 3 years goes like that though, guys. Trust me. Get your females. All right, that's my words of wisdom for today. Hopefully you're having a great Monday. You guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.